First, picture midnight over Israel, sirens scream, and over 250 Iranian missiles and drones tear through the skies. Almost instantly, Brent crude surged from $70 to above 81, and then just as quickly collapses under $67 before Wall Street even wakes up. An $11 move in 11 hours. Welcome to the era where algorithms trade fear in real time. Meanwhile, the White House signs off on coordinated strikes against Iran's nuclear infrastructure. Then, days later, Trump walks into the NATO summit questioning Article 5, just as the alliance new chief, Mark Rutte, insists the US is totally committed. At the same time, Iran launches a low-impact missile volley at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. No casualty, but the message, we can reach you too. On the upside, corporate chief information security officers are signing blank checks. CrowdStrike, Palo Alto Networks, Zscaler, all seeing inflows as cybersecurity moves from line item to lifeline. On the downside, airlines and energy names eat war risk surcharges as after Iran threatens to close the Strait of Hormuz, through which 1 in 5 barrels of global oil flow.
This narrow corridor is where tankers carry large volumes of oil and refined products from the Gulf as well as from Iran and Iraq to the rest of the world.
Now, let's switch from missiles to malware. Since mid-June, Iranian cyber attacks on Israeli targets have surged 700%. The DHS issued a full sector alert on June 22, flagging US infrastructures as potential next target. Meanwhile, Sentinel-1 tracks China-linked malware across 70-plus global institutions, while Fortinet faces scrutiny after its firewall were exploited by the same groups. In this hybrid war, cyber is no longer collateral, it becomes the front line. With alarm flashing, the money moves fast. CrowdStrike is first in line thanks to its cloud-native EDR stack that can deploy fleet-wide protection in hours. Security teams are also bundling with Palo Alto Networks, whose firewall and SaaS network locks down both perimeter and remote edges, from routers to SaaS. Fortinet, once just the telecom plumbing, is now perimeter defense. Its FortiGate appliances are back-ordered as carriers patch last-mile vulnerabilities. Then there's Zscaler, now mission-critical for segmenting identity and enforcing zero trust, especially as phishing and credential stuffing surge. Finally, Palantir, its Gotham and AIP platforms are no longer just defense department toys. As operators integrate real-time missile data, cyber forensics, and supply chain anomalies, Palantir has become the operating system for hybrid conflict. Let's break down the technicals, because charts don't lie. CrowdStrike just bounced from $464 and is consolidating near $485. The break above $455 resistance remains intact with upside targets at $499 and potentially $522 if volume returns. Key resistance turn support sits near $455, and if that breaks, watch the $428 levels as the next base. Palo Alto Networks is trading around $201.6, just beneath its short-term resistance near $207.9, which coincides with R2. On the downside, $181.6 act as support. But for now, moving averages are rising in unison too, reinforcing the uptrend. Palantir is the cleanest of the three. After a textbook breakout above $130, the stock is now trading around $143, just below its short-term resistance at $145. The pivot zone between R2 and R1 has flipped into a strong support. As long as it holds, Palantir remains in blue sky breakout territory, with room towards 153. The only caution is that volume has dropped during the climb, which is a divergence worth watching. So what's the play here? Expect geopolitical tremors to keep rippling, but not all tremors are equal. Cybersecurity isn't just a defensive asset class anymore. It's how companies stay in business during kinetic and digital conflict. If missiles trigger market jitters, cyber stocks are now the volatility sink, and technicals show plenty of strength under the hood. Watch Palantir for leadership, CrowdStrike for follow-through, and Palo Alto Networks for a breakout confirmation. If this gave your portfolio a radar refresh, hit follow, drop your views in the comments, and let's front run the next headline algorithm together.